Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you how to create a reusable Hello World graph which takes a name input and then use that graph as a node in a different graph. To start, we'll rename the output node from simple to Hello World. This creates a new graph called Hello World. You'll notice as well that in the URL it also changes to Hello World, which makes it easier to go to specific graphs directly. The first thing we'll do is we'll change the current Hello World node, which will change the output display in the bottom left. The bottom left will always reflect the display input to the output node. We're going to want the text to be dynamic, so let's get rid of the Hello World value and create a new text input node by clicking the text argument button. Our text object is going to have three different components: hello, a name, and the exclamation mark. So first let's make sure this node works by typing some text into the value. Next, we'll make this an add node, which is just the basic JavaScript addition. Our first input, arg0, is going to be hello. Our arg1 is going to be world for now, and our arg2 is going to be an exclamation mark. There's no spacing. We're just going to cheat here and put a comma in space in the middle. Now that we have it separated like this, we can replace world with an argument. The way you do arguments in Nodysseus is by changing the ref of the node to arg and then putting an argument name in the value field. Our argument name in this case is just name. Arguments are kind of like variables. We're not using the value for now, so we'll just delete it. The way you set arguments or variables for the entire graph is by passing them, labeled appropriately, into the args object of the output node. I can click on arg0 here and it'll create a new node, and because our argument name is name, we'll label this edge name. And as a name, I'll put my name. You can see in the bottom left that this was successful. Now let's try and use it in a different graph. First we'll go back to simple as our baseline. And then we'll make a new one called test hello world. We can delete the hello world node, add children again, and use our hello world reference. So you'll see that nothing is in the bottom left at the moment. There was no error though. That's because by default what's displayed in the bottom left is the output node's display input. What's passed out from a node is the referenced graph's output node's value input. If we go back to Hello World, our display is here, but it doesn't have a value. We can change that edge to be labeled value. You'll see that it's displayed in the bottom left still. If an output node doesn't have a display input, it will still display the value input. So when we go back to test hello world, the display in the bottom left is correct. We don't have any name input to that node yet, so it uses the name argument we set inside the graph itself. I can add a name now and change it. Our hello world is a bit lonely by itself, so we can make multiple of them. We'll add a node to the children edge and make it an array. Then we can add another argument to the array and make it a hello world ref as well, and then add a different name argument. Now you can see that in the bottom left, and there we have a reusable hello world component. Thanks for watching.